I am not here to gatekeep. I don't have a course. I don't have anything that I'm trying to sell you. I'm literally telling you what I know that has worked as someone who has been in the digital space for maybe about 7 years now. So, yeah. In this training, I'm going to be showing you how to make money with digital products, giving you actual advice. I am not here to just list out some ways to make money with digital products and just listing what those digital products is without any actionable advice. I really want this video to actually help you and give you an idea of what digital products can look like in 3 different industries. So as you can see on the screen, I have 3 different avatars that I've created. One is a product-based business, Jasmine. She's a self-taught hairstylist who sells hair extensions online. Next, we have Ty, who's learned how to make extra income with affiliate marketing. And then lastly, we have Kayla, who is a content creator who has generated UGC brand deals and also built a community online. You're going to want to tune into Jasmine if you have a product-based business, you figured out a system or a resource that helps you get consistent results, or you want to learn how to package your information in ebook format. I feel like ebooks are the best entry-level digital products, so I do want to spend some time focusing on that in this video. You're going to want to tune into Ty if you're currently making money and have a way to do it that you know can help other people, or you want to learn how a video series can be monetized as a digital product, because anything that you are not sharing in a physical format is considered a digital product. And then lastly, you're going to want to tune into Kayla and the examples I give for her if you want to monetize your social media or you have advice to help customers grow their followers online. The only thing that I ask you to do as you are watching me explain all of this is to take action on the things that you can do right now. I really feel like at this point, we already know what digital products are out there. There's so many people that are telling us the exact same things about what kind of digital products to launch, what's great digital products to start with. But I have dedicated a slide here because there are some that I don't hear talked about as much, and I will get into some of the additional ways that you can utilize digital products throughout this workshop. The ones that we know a lot about are ebooks, courses, and memberships. I think that audio courses and podcasts could be packaged up to be behind a paywall that could benefit a community that you are trying to engage or help with. I think that case studies is definitely something that a lot of people sleep on when it comes to creating digital products. If you have something that you have been able to successfully do, whether it's yourself, your clients, your friends, family, whoever it is, if you have data to show that with your assistance, with whatever you've been able to implement for someone else, you have seen success, they have seen success. Case studies is a great way to share that information. Scripts is another digital product that I think a lot of people really should put more emphasis on because scripts can be applied to a lot of industries. I know that Airbnb is something that a lot of people are loving. It's becoming more of a hot topic. Everyone is trying to make passive income or trying to secure properties so that they can eventually make passive income. But scripts can be applied to talking to lenders. Scripts can be applied to talking to AliExpress vendors. Scripts can be applied for anything that you have knowledge on. Software programs could also be another area of expertise. If you are really good at Google Sheets or Excel sheets, software programs that you push in hopes that someone is able to apply them could be very helpful. I know in the financial space, if you are trying to budget or if you are trying to make sure that you are having some type of profit, if you are starting a business, there are a lot of people that will share software programs to input all of that information and it spits out whatever it is that you need to know. Presets is also really popular in the photography space. PDFs can look like specific guides that you are creating on behalf of whatever topic you're talking about. Masterclasses, which is similar to what I'm doing in this video, where you just have a long video where you are sharing the ins and outs, the secrets, anything that you feel like your ideal target audience is going to benefit from. Recipes is something that I think that a lot of people should do a little bit more because I have actually bought so many recipe cookbooks, like digital recipes online, from just randomly scrolling on TikTok, trying a recipe from someone that I found online, loving it, and then going back to them to purchase their whole digital guide on the recipes that they implement. These are just some of the digital products. Again, I'm going to go over a few in this video, but if you want me to do more of a dedicated video on all of the different digital products that you could create, let me know. I'm happy to do a follow-up video. The next thing that I want you to do is focus on collecting data. I love using TikTok for this because I think that it's less curated in the sense of you're not going to see all of your followers. You're going to find random people online who 9 times out of 10 have a course, have a digital product, have something that they are selling you online. So I love going on TikTok specifically to collect data because it's not based on who is the most popular. You can come across someone who has 100 followers on TikTok, or you can come across someone who has 1 million followers on TikTok. Hopefully by the time that I have uploaded this video to YouTube, I will have a PDF. But if I do not have a PDF in the description, I do want you to take a sheet of paper, find something around you, and make a note of what people are doing the most. So I want you to find at least 5 accounts that are outside of your interest. I want us to step outside of our interests and actually find people that we don't follow, which is why I love TikTok, and see what are they actually selling. The people that you are finding on TikTok, you're going to their links and you're seeing that they're selling ebooks. I want you to collect data on some things about that. So how many pages on average are they saying that their ebooks are? What is the price range for these ebooks? What are some of the promises for these ebooks? What problem are they solving? Because you want to get an idea of what is it that people are promising other people and why is it working so well for them. So the goal is to try to find at least 5 different accounts that are selling digital products that you might be interested in selling. I am always going to recommend starting with ebooks if you're brand new, because I think ebooks is such an amazing way to get your foot in the door on creating digital products. And most times ebooks can be made into courses. They could be made into coaching sessions, consultations, right? There's so many different avenues that ebooks can create for you. That's why I like starting with something a little bit smaller, because then you can kind of branch out eventually. So once you've found 5 different accounts, I've used just these 3 examples, but you can go back to this page and find any other ones that you would be interested in learning more about or seeing what other people are doing. If someone is selling a course and you are interested in creating a digital product that is a course, how many modules on average are they saying that they have? What is the price range of these courses? Do they have payment plans? Like ebooks, what are some of the promises? What is the actual transformation? What are they doing in order to sell these courses? What are they saying that you're going to be able to do once you completed the course? And then lastly, if you are interested in selling scripts, if you can find this, sometimes this is a little bit harder to find, but I do think if you were to look in the Airbnb space, you might even be able to put it in the search bar, scripts, and then see what comes up. But if you are interested in digital products that are scripts, how are these scripts being used? What is the price range for these scripts? Are there additional levels of support? So if someone is selling a script, are they also selling something else that could also work with the script? These are just a few examples of what you can do as you collect data. With each of these examples, I do want you to take note of the comment section. So what are people actually commenting? What do the testimonials look like if they're sharing them on their page? That's going to give you an idea of what are some things that people are struggling with and how you can include that or potentially make your own digital product off of those things. A lot of the times people have unanswered questions. So if you're going on YouTube videos, if you're going on TikTok, if you're going on Instagram, social media, and you're looking at what are the questions that people are asking these creators who have digital products, if they aren't being answered, or a lot of people are starting to ask the same type of questions, that can clue you into a ebook or a course or a script or whatever digital products that you can create off of that. What I do want to encourage you though, as you are getting into the digital product space, is to do what is the most attainable for you to do. I said what feels doable, meaning is this something that I can realistically put energy towards? Okay, so what options are options that make you feel excited? If it's something where, let's say, the idea of creating a course as your first digital product or as a digital product in general right now does not feel attainable, does not feel doable, then I would not recommend creating a course. I don't care how many people tell you how much money you can make from courses. If being on video or creating modules and outlines is something that you don't feel like right now you want to do, or maybe it's not the best use of your time, don't do a course. If there is something on the list, on the slides where I talked about digital products that you feel like you can do right now without any hesitation, without me convincing you to do, that is the digital product that you need to start with. That's not to say that online courses can't be added to your product suite. But right now, when you are trying to create, you want to do what gives you the least resistance because you're going to have an easier time actually implementing it and completing it. All of these options are not going to be a one size fits all for y'all who are watching this video, okay? And that's okay. All right, so now that we've gotten that out the way, we know what digital products are out there. How can we actually make money with digital products? The first thing that you're going to want to do is actually plan the numbers. So if we are trying to make $1,000 with our digital product, $1,000 a month, your number may be lower or higher. That's totally fine. But your pricing strategy needs to include you punching in the numbers so you know realistically what that's going to look like. So a $47 product, you will need 21 buyers to make $1,000. If you make a $37 product, you are going to need 27 buyers. To make a $27 product, you are going to need 37 buyers. So I just like to give you these numbers because you can see that the higher you price your product, the less people who are going to have to buy it. So I am always going to say that $47 should be where you want to aim for. It doesn't mean that that has to be your breakout price, meaning as soon as you launch, you're starting at $47 if you don't feel comfortable, right? But the goal in my mind should be at least $47. So I already know what some of you guys may be thinking if you did the research to gather data and seeing what other people are pricing their digital products as. Maybe it's a little bit higher than what everyone else is pricing it. That I'm not trying to discredit anybody in their pricing strategy. But here's what I do want to say. Go where you are needed, not just wanted. A lot of people, when they're creating digital products, they are marketing to a group of people who just want the thing that they have to sell. They don't need it. So if you are actually trying to make consistent money, you're trying to find people who need your products, you are going to have to speak to people who need that product. So it's not going to matter if it's a $7 product or a $197 product. If you are speaking to the right group of people who need what it is that you are selling, they will buy that thing. You don't have to set your pricing like I will be suggesting in this workshop, but I do think it is important to think about realistically how many people are you going to need in order to make that amount of money every single month. I'm going to give you an example of going where you are needed, not just where you are wanted. Who do you think needs your program the most? Women who are desiring to become a UGC creator to make an additional $500 to $1,000 each month while working a full-time job, or women who want to quit their toxic job in less than 6 months and work as a full-time UGC creator and make more money than any 9 to 5. Both of these examples are great examples that could both make a lot of money. However, who do you think is going to need what you're trying to sell? Well, the people on the right. People on the right have toxic jobs. They can't afford to just do this as a side hustle. They can't just afford to just do something. They want to get out of their situation as fast as possible. So your messaging and who you are speaking to will result in a different set of people who will find use in what you have to offer. So when you are creating whatever digital product it is that you want to create, you also have to think about who is going to need the product that you are making versus people who are going to just want that. All right, so now we're going to get into a pricing strategy. I like to focus on a three-tiered pricing strategy when it comes to creating digital products and thus also making money from my digital products. And no, this is not going to require you to make three different digital products to sell to your customers. This is going to be created using one product, okay? So we still are just using the one digital product, but we are going to break it down into three different prices that are going to attract our customers during their journey. So your main offer, which is in the middle, that's the goal. Like that's where we want most people to buy. That's the hope, at least. However, I like to also look at it from downsells and upsells. A downsell is more so the most affordable price that you offer, but I also like to consider it to be like an introductory product or a no brainer product. That means that people aren't going to have to take weeks to decide if they want to invest in whatever you're selling. It's going to be at a price that is affordable, that makes sense for your audience, that is not going to have them waste time. And then lastly, your upsell is going to be your most expensive product from this option. So you have one product, your downsell is going to be your introductory price, is going to be your most affordable. Your upsell is going to be your most expensive. And what that is going to do is just give people a chance to have more individualized support from you. And then your main offer is just going to be whatever is in the middle. Like I've mentioned earlier in this video, I do suggest that you start at least $37 to $47 at a minimum. You could go higher. You can even go lower if you decide. The less people it takes in order to meet your goal is essentially the goal. I can go on and on and on about pricing, what I think is fair, what I think is affordable, what I think is an introductory price. Right? You have to do what feels in alignment with you. If your goal is to eventually be full time, then you are going to have to either have more digital products at a lower price or digital products that are around $27 to $47, right? So the more digital products that you have, the more chances that people can purchase, which is going to give you the type of income that you want. If a person is selling cheaper digital products, many times it's because they have a lot of digital products that people can actually shop through. Or they have a really, really big following of people who actually are buying the thing that they're selling. Now that that's out the way, I'm going to give you an example pricing strategy. So the introductory offer, I would say, is about $7 to $9. This is just an example pricing, right? This is a no-brainer product, meaning if someone were to come across a product of yours and it's only $7 or $10, they're not going to take a long time trying to figure out if this is going to be a good fit most times, right? They're going to be like, okay, this is great. And if it sucks, then I'm only out $10. I bought a digital product from someone that I had been eyeing for a very long time. It was only $17, but she had a bigger course that was like $2,000. But once she had launched this introductory product for $17, I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely getting it. I never finished it. It was garbage, okay? It was giving garbage. So I never finished it. But I also thought to myself, well, I only spent $17 in comparison to her course that is $2,000. So by her giving me that introductory product that was $17, it was a no-brainer for me to purchase it because I had a more expensive product that I knew she sold. And so I felt like I was getting a deal because she was only charging $17 for what I thought was going to be a quick win, but it wasn't. It's not the point of the story. But because I was able to see what other things that she was selling, I felt like I was getting my own special deal by buying something that was $17. So your introductory offer is oftentimes going to be the easiest thing that people are going to gravitate towards. It's most likely going to be the first thing that people purchase from you. But just always remember that you eventually want people to go to your main offer. Like that is the goal. Okay, so we have the main offer is $47, like I talked about before, and then your upsell is going to be $97. Remember that this is going to be off of one specific problem. And yes, I'm going to get into that with each of the examples that I showed at the beginning of this video. If you don't know anything about me, just know that I'm always going to give my opinion and I'm always going to do it from a place of honesty. If you undersell and over deliver your freebie in your introductory product or your no-brainer offer, so think the last slide, that $7 to $9, that's going to be your no-brainer offer. These two things will literally make or break your business. This is where most people are going to gravitate towards. And if their first impression of you is your freebie sucks and your no-brainer offer also sucks, they will never buy your main offer. You will never be able to upsell them. These are the two things that I really feel like most people should spend more of their time focusing on. So let's talk about the benefits of doing this. When you have a freebie and your no-brainer price product is good, it automatically gains trust. You don't have to beg for testimonials or feedback because they are just going to give it. They're going to be jumping on your lives and telling you how much or how amazing your ebook is. They're going to be following you on social media. They're going to be liking all of your posts because you have gained their trust and they know that you are actually giving value, not a whole bunch of fluff. And then it also creates opportunities for people to want to consume more of your content because subconsciously, if you over deliver on your freebie and especially on your introductory priced product, people are automatically going to be like, oh my gosh, if she gave all of this information on this product for this price, I can't even imagine how much information she's going to give on her main offer. Even if you don't follow my 3-tiered pricing strategy, you want to over deliver. You want them to be thinking, oh my gosh, this was more than I ever thought or ever expected to get out of a product like this. That is how you build community. That is how you impress. That is how you gain trust. That is how you do all of the things that we want to see as both consumers and people who are producing content. So here is a general example of what this could look like. So your main offer, which is in the middle, let's start with an ebook. That's going to be $47. You're going to include your amazing ebook for people to purchase. But if people are not ready to spend $47 because you are brand new, they don't know who you are, they don't really know if they can trust you or not, most people are going to gravitate towards your free product and then your no-brainer product. Both of these things should be integrated. So your freebie product, which is at the bottom of the screen, you're going to give away one chapter of the book. Yes, that's an example. You don't have to do it, but you want people to know what they're getting into. You want to wow them. You want them to trust you. And in your freebie, you are also going to link or include your no-brainer product. Okay. So you are essentially going to give them value, then also plug in the next logical step until you have that like, know, and trust factor where people can actually trust you. Many people are not going to go directly to your $47 product. That's why I like this 3-tiered strategy because it's a great way to start when you are brand new and people are trying to figure out who you are. After you have linked your no-brainer product into your freebie, you've already hooked people because they've already consumed your free product. They know the value that they would be getting from your ebook. And here's the thing, you might even get people who actually pay for your main offer right after consuming your freebie, which is amazing. So you're going to want to kind of link both of them, but definitely push the no-brainer product, which is going to be your most affordable option in your freebie. And this no-brainer product is just going to be a quick win. You want people to be able to accomplish something as soon as they consume it. Your quick win could be something that comes from your ebook. And yes, I will be giving examples. We're almost there. But your quick win needs to be something that people can actually take action on and come back and comment and tell people how amazing this product was. And then lastly, your upsell, which is your most expensive option from the 3 options we have on the screen. What you're going to do here is just answer specific questions from your ebook or just answer questions to help support your customer. Okay, so getting into our three avatars. So we're going to start with Jasmine, who is our hair guru. We're starting with the main offer. So this main offer, I've set it at $47. Your strategy, or a potential strategy, as she is selling an ebook, is to uncomplicate it for your customer. How many times have we seen people asking the same questions? The things that we have been able to accomplish, there are so many people that have not. And they continue to ask questions on social media, on YouTube. They send emails. They're putting it all in Google. They're trying to figure out all of the things. So if you have a product that uncomplicates a process that seems to be very complex for a lot of people, you can generate sales from that. Jasmine, who is our self taught hairstylist who sells hair extensions online, she's going to create an ebook. That ebook is going to be titled Establishing Business Credit to Purchase Hair Extensions from Start to Finish. So, number one, she sells hair extensions. Number two, she has experience with creating or building business credit. So, she has knowledge. We're just taking the things that we already know in combination with something that we can sell to other people. We can help someone do the exact same thing as what we are doing. The question that you should ask yourself as you are listening to me talk about this is, what have I been able to accomplish that I know other people have questions about? If they're not asking you what those questions are, you need to be looking through the comments and seeing what questions are they asking other people within your industry that aren't being answered, or aren't being answered in a way that actually makes sense. We already have the same ebook title. With this title, here are some things that she could focus on inside of the ebook. How she built business credit as a beginner. How she was approved for whatever amount. I just used $5,000 as an example. She could also include scripts that get her the lowest price on inventory. And she could also include how she was approved even with a low personal score. So there's so many different points that she could focus on in the ebook that actually supports the title, okay? So I'm just pointing out a few different things that she could focus on. This does not mean that's it. There can't be more, there can't be less, but I'm just pointing out a few. And these major points could very well come from comments or questions that people are asking. Maybe she sees other people who are selling ebooks on business credit, and she's looking at what questions are people asking to build business credit, right? Like this could come from things that she personally has experience with and can add to in the book, but they also can be included because other people are asking those questions and she has the answers to those questions. So you see how it all works out. We're using social media, we're using the data from other people, we're looking at what other people are actually solving, what problems people are solving in their own digital product, and we're also trying to make our digital product the best. So let's look at our no-brainer product, which is going to be anywhere between $7 and $9. This is what I think we should do. You are just going to share just enough. So we're using the exact same product. Jasmine still has an ebook that she is selling, but her no-brainer product is going to focus on one of the major points that she could focus on in her ebook. So if you see the right side where it says previous slide at the top, what is highlighted in red, it says scripts that get her the lowest price on inventory. That is what she's going to sell in her no-brainer product. So she could share scripts that she uses to establish trust with her hair vendors. She could also maybe create a business script to get the fastest response or the lowest price on inventory. You don't have to do all of these things. You can focus on one thing. But notice, we're not taking extra information. This information already comes from the ebook. But her no-brainer product is just going to give people a taste of what it would be like to actually buy her main product. People can immediately go to vendors, it could be hair vendors, lash vendors, whatever, and they could try it out. When it works, we know it will, they're gonna come back and say, oh my gosh, this saved me so much time. This was so helpful. I was able to do the thing that I was so afraid to do or I didn't know how to do. Okay, so this is an example of a quick win. In your quick win, in addition to giving them what they need in order to take action on something that's going to help them. So, what you're also going to do is you're going to talk about how easy it is for you to secure these deals with these high quality hair companies because you have the money to invest in quality. And this ebook, the title of the ebook is Establishing Business Credit to Purchase Hair Extensions. So if you have business credit, you're not using your own money to do it, and you're able to purchase high quality hair extensions. So you can't have one without the other. So your introductory product is generally going to offer people a quick win, but at the same time, it's going to give people even more questions. They're going to say, yes, I got the scripts from this person, but now I want to know how to actually not use my own money. If you want to do this in a way that is naturally going to lead to people wanting to consume your main offer, you're going to want to make sure that your introductory pricing is something that naturally is going to give them more questions, and those questions can be answered if they purchase your main offer, which is going to give them everything they need. But you're not going to be sneaky about it because you want to make sure that you're answering a question. You want to make sure that you're not withholding information from what you promised to give them in your no brainer priced product, right? But it is going to help you convert more people to consume your main offer. And then lastly, we have the upsell, which is just you giving them more attention. So your time costs money. If people want access to you, they want access to your brain, they want to pick your brain, they will need to pay more to do that. But make sure that the questions only pertain to whatever topics that you want to talk about. Now, here's another amazing thing about the upsell. If you want to offer this, when you give people more attention, when you speak to your customers who consumed your content, you can actually market your ebook or your product so much better. Because now it's not just something that you found through comments or what people are asking. You've talked to people who've consumed your content, and these people have questions. And so the questions that you begin to answer on these individualized calls can help you develop an even better marketing strategy, or go back through your ebook and actually add information that you know is going to help people who actually purchase it. Okay, so everything that you're doing is just collecting data, but your upsell can be used as a way to utilize what other people are telling you to continue making your product the best product in the market. So the questions that people are asking, that is going to be what's relevant for them. And what's relevant for them is what you want to include in your ebook. It's what you want to include in your marketing, in your sales pages, in your social media content. These are all the things that you can include as you're doing this. Okay, so I did include freebie. So your strategy for your freebie, we're still talking about Jasmine, is just to give one piece of the pie. So this is where you can save them time. You can compile a list of vendors that have great interest rate on business credit cards that don't check your personal credit. So that could be something that you create for people because you're going to save them time on something that perhaps may give them a little bit of stress, right? So it can be something as simple as creating a list, but it has to be something that is going to be worthwhile. So if you can save people time, save people money, or make people money, people are going to generally want to consume your content. And like the example that I used at the beginning, you could also share a chapter in your book. I hope you have noticed what I've done in this one example. It can literally change your life. This is why I love my 3-tiered pricing strategy, because it's built on being realistic. We all want people to consume our $47 product, but realistically, we know that if we are brand new or we're trying to launch something that we haven't done before, we also have to make sure that we are meeting people just as they're meeting us. So, creating opportunities to establish trust throughout the entire process while giving value at every single step is going to ensure that you're not just chasing trends. You are an actual business that's dedicated to giving results. So this video, as I'm looking at the screen, is already an hour long. So what I'm going to do is break this video up. I will post these videos at the same time so that we can actually start where we left off. So I am going to post these two videos at the exact same time so that you can just stop here and then watch the other video. But I do hope so far that this part of the video was helpful. In the next video, I'm going to focus on the other two examples. And if you have questions, I will be answering them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe because I have so many more videos that I know are going to help you. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video.